everybody to this awesome day in Vienna, to this beautiful location. We are super glad that all of you made it here. I know some of you had really long journeys, other of you just live in Vienna. It was just a hop over here. My name is Claudia Neuwirth and I am the sister of NOVRITSCH, of Christoph. And I actually joined NOVRITSCH, the company, at the very early beginning in 2016. We started the whole company out of the bedroom of Chris, actually. When Chris decided there should be a sniper on the market which functions out of the box. And the whole thing started with the SSG24. It was a story of success, and back then we were just 3 people. It was Chris, Dominic and me. It turned out so well that we were able to grow pretty fast. So from 3 people, we grew to 7 people already in the first year. And we were able to launch another product, our pistol, the SSP1. All of this took off as well, quite good. And we started to grow again. And from our little office, we moved to a bigger office. We launched another product in 2019. By then, we were already around 15 people, I'd say, and we hired a lot of developers to give the airsoft community even more awesome products. Some other things about NOVRITSCH. We started out in Europe, actually, in Vienna, so here's our headquarters, here's where the heart of NOVRITSCH actually beats. It's where we're doing the service, it's where we are doing the repairs, and where our main warehouse is located. So the shipping is we also opened another warehouse, but from the beginning it was just from Europe spreading to the world. What happened then? We decided, okay, the US, it's pretty important for us. So we decided to open another warehouse there. And it was pretty tough to do it because, we had to open a remote location, which is not that easy to do, but by now it works pretty well. And we're also planning on implementing some support from the US. And to offer repairs there so that customers get even better service. What we're working on right now is to also go to the other side of the world, which is Asia. So in order to have the best products, to have the best quality, to have the fastest development, we are convinced that we have to go to Asia. And by now we figured out that Taipei is the best location for us to go so that we can travel to all destinations and make sure we do the best job in our products. By now we're a team of 18 people, a lot of developers actually by now. And that was my part already. Now Chris will come up to tell you the exciting news we prepared for everybody.
Welcome everybody to this beautiful location. I'm glad that you guys all made it. I know some of you had a long way, so thanks for coming. Not just for the guys that are here physically, but also the people out there on the internet. So sharing the joys of airsoft, this is really what we want to do here at NOVRITSCH. We started with the YouTube channel and now we're trying to make the sport enjoyable and really accessible to everybody. At NOVRITSCH we do many different things. As you know, we do guns, we do airsoft guns, but it doesn't just stop there. We try to create the environment around those guns. We try to make the accessories, we try to make the carrying systems, the magazine pouches, spare parts, all of this. So it's a one-stop shop solution. You just go there, you want to get this specific gun, everything that you need is there and you don't have to worry about compatibility. I could talk for hours about all of those stuff, but today we're gonna focus on our flagship products, which are those right here. So the SSG, our spring-powered bolt-action sniper rifles, then we have the SSP, the SSP1 in this case, the SSX, our non-blowback system, and then the SSR that I'm gonna talk about more later on. First of all, the SSP1. I was running many sidearms in my airsoft career. I think it's been 12 years by now, and I've been running through, I think, 7 or 8 sidearms. I've had good ones, I've had bad ones, but something that I experienced with every single sidearm is that they break at some point, and getting spare parts is, I think, an issue in the airsoft industry. Like, you don't get them from the manufacturer themselves, you have to get tuning parts, they don't fit, you have to file, and products break and you basically have to pretty much trash them unless you are an experienced tech. But many people, and I know in this room, okay, there's many people who can fix it, but out there's tons of people who just want to enjoy airsoft, but they're maybe not so familiar with teching. This is what I wanted to change with the SSP1. I chose the high kappa platform because I think it is the most reliable design internally right now. and we created the entire environment around it. It got pretty popular because lots of you guys made videos and because I believe it's an amazing product. So let's have a look at what you guys made.
That's right, it's here, the NOVRITSCH SSP1.
NOVRITSCH SSP1.
NOVRITSCH SSP in Canada. The thing's reaching 300 feet. That is 100% confirmed.
Und wenn ihr jetzt wissen wollt, wie die NOVRITSCH SSP1
My dude, that's ridiculous.
I believe that. I believe that. I've got 100 yards out here.
T-zone, kill shot, boom. 60 feet, unbelievable. It's a great pistol.
Allem in allem kann man sie für den Preis empfehlen. Wir sind mal
This is
gespannt.
definitely one you need to add to your list. And I think the price is pretty darn fair too.
In total, I actually really like this pistol, and I'm going to probably use it from now on as my sidearm. This thing shoots straight as an arrow, and a really straight arrow at that.
Some facts about the SSP1. More than 200 videos were created, so we're talking gameplays, reviews, takedowns, disassemblies, all of that. All of this created an incredible amount of views. We're talking 100 million plus. So to put it in relation, in Austria we have around 8 million people. So that's more than 10 times as much. That's big numbers. This is why we sold a ton of them, way more than we ever expected. And to give you an idea, we sold into 68 countries. And 68, how much is that actually? How much is 68 countries? This is how much it is. That's all the countries we sold into. That's their flags. Honestly, I don't even know some of those flags. I bet it's the same in the audience. Okay, when we make a product here at NOVRITSCH, we don't just stop there. We don't just drop it on the market and say, okay, that's it. No, we try to improve on it. We try to release more accessories, more spare parts, and to improve service as well. So one example is the valve tool. Gas blowback pistols, we know O-rings, they dry out, valves come loose, and many people don't have valve tools, which is why we learned about this by selling batch 1, and on batch 2, a valve tool was included in every SSP1 for free, just to avoid those issues. Also, many people were asking about how can I keep it running for longer? What do I need to do? And writing those email replies, it's quite intense. Which oils, what do you need to do? So we created the NOVRITSCH maintenance kit, which works with all our products, and we also created the video guide. So really step by step, what you need to do. Also, we created a cutout slide to make it more gas efficient, more modern looking, and it is also the first cutout slide that comes with a short stroke kit and still locks back on the high caliber base. For aiming, we made the fiber optic sight. Some people requested that, and again, we tried to really react to the audience. And then, talking about aiming, we also made an RMR red dot mount for the SSP. And also here, we try to really design the products for the player. So when we make products like this, we make sure that it fits into a holster, that the holster that fits is available also at NOVRITSCH.com, that when you buy all of the stuff, you don't have to worry about any compatibility issues. Spare parts, that's the first thing that I mentioned when I started talking about the SSP1. That's, I think, one of the biggest points. You can basically run this pistol for a lifetime because all the spare parts are available from the manufacturer. And this is why, it's going to last you for a really, really long time, especially with the video guides that show you how to install those parts. So the SSP1, 135 euros, I think a very competitive price for what it is. But we didn't want to stop there because many people requested a non-blowback pistol. Here I wanted to create something that's more quiet, that's more gas efficient, because not everybody wants to, kick indoors, be loud, and just take those CO2 cartridges down. That's the SSX23, and when I wanted to create a non-blowback pistol, I did what I always do. I just, go out on the field and I ask people, your non-blowback pistol, what did you do to it? How did you make it? And I always got the same answers. It's like, I started with space model XYZ. I added this barrel, added this hopper bucking, added this mod, and I did this, and I glued something in the mag. And when I heard this, I was like, that's like exactly the same that it was with the SG24. You can't just buy it and use it. Why can't we just make products that are user-friendly in airsoft? This is why we made the SSX23 non-blowback pistol. Many of you, again, made videos about it, so let's have a look.
Hey guys, you join me in Austria at Airsoft Park Tyrrell.
We kinda knew it was coming.
The brand new NOVRITSCH SSX 23.
NOVRITSCH SSX 23.
NOVRITSCH was like, "What's up, guy?" And I'm just like, "What's up, guy?"
One and only NOVRITSCH SSX, and the trigger pull is definitely lighter.
And he's like, "Hey, you want to do a SSX 23 review?" I'm like, "Dude, yes."
My plan is to use the stealth power of the new NOVRITSCH SSX 23 to remain undetected in the
Well, it comes pre-upgraded out of the box for one. It's got TDC. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you don't have to spend a ton of money to upgrade these like you do this one.
Just like on the SSP1, we don't just stop with releasing the product, but again, we try to improve the platform and also, work on its accessory. One update is on the modular suppressor. People have been loving it. I think it was the first kind of, this non-blowback 16 clockwise suppressor that's actually modular, so you can make different lengths out of it with the different foam baffles and all of this. People loved it because you can adapt it to your playstyle. What people didn't like is the price. 47 euros is, quite a price for suppressor, and that's because we made them in the beginning in smaller quantities. We didn't know if people want to use the existing suppressors and all of this. But by now we sold so many of those suppressors that we entered manufacturing quantities that we can drop the price to 35 euros. Same product, and now I think it is a very competitive product on the market. Also today we are launching the SSX 2020. We just looked at the design, we looked at things that we can improve, and there's very small details that has been changed, but the ones that are really worth mentioning are improved feed lips. So we have Gen 2 feed lips in there, they are shaped in a different way, so we have a more reliable feeding and therefore a more reliable pistol as a whole. Then we also implemented a new TDC, so a dust cover that really clicks more sturdy onto the entire platform with zero wobble, will give you more accurate shots. We also put a new barrel in there with tighter quality control from a very well-known brand, but I leave that up to you guys to find out which one it is, because you're gonna find it out anyways. Okay, then what about the price? We kept the price at 135 and shipping starts today. We didn't change the price, it's available right now. So if you want to get the updated one, you can. For the people out there who still have the old version, we have an update kit for a very affordable price that you can get to this performance without getting a new pistol. Also big news for Germany. I know you guys have been waiting, so let's do it in German. Die SSX 23 ist jetzt auch mit F erhältlich. Es ist endlich soweit. Ich weiß, es ist ziemlich schwer, eine Non-Blowback-Pistole in dieser Leistungsklasse zu kriegen. Das ist jetzt möglich. Und auch hier haben wir beim Preis, den haben wir gleich gelassen, weil wir finden es unfair, dass in Deutschland das Zeug immer teurer ist. Also 135 für die SSP1 in Deutschland mit F. Okay, back to English. What is the SSX 23 for me? For me, it is a reliable platform. I know if I draw it out of my holster, it's gonna shoot, it works in cold temperatures, and overall, it's just reliable. I can count on it. It has incredible range, it can hop heavy BBs. We do recommend 0.36, but you can also hop 0.46 out of the box without any issues. It's a non-blowback pistol. We made it incredibly quiet with the modular suppressor. And it is also gas efficient. You can actually just fill one mag and shoot up to 90 BBs with one gas fill. Also, it's modular. When we launched the SSX23, we made sure that there's an entire environment. We teamed up with Double Tap Designs to make a mass production injection molded holster. We made rails for red dots. And we also made sure that everything, if you put everything into the pistol, you can still holster it. Because again, we try to make those products for the player. They're not really meant for collectors, not really meant for people who just want to have something that looks like a gun at home, but it's more for the player. That's why we made it like this. But there's one problem with the SSX23, and it's that it's not steady. The problem I have with the SSX23, correction, is that when I aim with it, I know the pistol can shoot incredibly accurate and incredibly far and incredibly consistent. But when I pull the trigger, it's just, I move the gun around, it's not really stable, and I think this should be improved. So, how could we do this? First of all, what if we just add a rifle stock? Now I can, push it against my shoulder, I can clamp it in between shoulder and cheek, I can hold it with two hands, and now it becomes a primary. We can make it more powerful. What about 300 to 500 FPS? So you can adapt it to, whatever you want to do. It's long. We don't want it to break. It shouldn't be plastic. We should make it out of CNC aluminum. So it's lightweight, sturdy, and, that just feels amazing. It's also a primary, Allen key adjustment. I think it works for a secondary, but, with a primary, you really want to be it on the crosshair, so hop-up adjustment should be more easy, which is why a hop-up wheel would be a nice thing. M-lock, of course, 21st century. Let's put the M-lock there, so everybody can do whatever he wants with it, and then it should be quiet. A longer inner barrel eats up more volume. We can make it more quiet. So let's see how we created this.
That's awesome.
It's cool.
Maybe hold it a little bit higher. There we go. That's the prototype of the SSX 303. We try to achieve all of the mentioned. Right now here we are looking at the prototype. Mass production already started and we're looking at a release on summer 2020. So what do we want? Full CNC. So we are talking of a fully CNC machined extrusion profile. Here we already have the confirmation of the profile. Basically the pistol slides inside there. It's going to be incredibly lightweight, incredibly sturdy. And this is not just the only part that's CNC, also, the back, the front, outer barrel, QD, buffer, tube. Everything is going to be full CNC the way it should be. Here on the inside we can see how it's made. We have a barrel stabilizer here in front, just to make sure that it's stabilized in the extrusion profile. Now comes the bad news. I know a lot of people expected, and we also expected that it's going to come out as a conversion kit, but in the design process of this product, of the SSX303, we realized that there are certain limitations in the mechanics and also in the magazines, and it limits you in power output too much actually, especially in cold temperatures, which is why the SSX303 will not come out as a conversion kit, because so many parts changed that it's not really worth converting it anymore. We are talking new mag, new trigger system, so it's quite different. Magazines are also new. We designed our own counterbalance valve. This is how we can achieve those 500 FPS even in cold temperatures in a reliable manner. Then M-lock, just like promised, you can mount whatever you want. You can put your front grip there, you can put your selfie cam mount there, whatever you want to put there, even if it's M-lock covers, we got you covered. Hop-up adjustment, here on the ejection port, we have a little wheel, so you can adjust it on the go, nice and convenient. And then, of course, we have a rifle stock that's AR-15 standard, so this makes it really a modular platform. You can mount whatever scope, suppressor, because also suppressor thread is 14 counterclockwise, M-lock, mount your front grip and mount a different stock if you don't like what we chose. So here is the new lineup with the SSX23 in the 2020 version for 135 euros, and we have the SSX303 right now with reservation for the actual order for 30 euros. This means that, if you pay those 40 euros, you basically get your spot in batch 1, and once the product hits the market, you're gonna be the first one to be in batch 1. Summer 2020, that's the plan for now. What's next? The SSR50 system, the first NOVRITSCH AEG. When we go in the field, we see lots of AEGs and we also see lots of AEGs breaking. We think there's lots of improvement on AEGs in general, and this is why we want to enter the market. What to expect from a good AEG? I want it to be strong, I want it to be sturdy, I want a fiber reinforced nylon furniture so it really feels like a real gun. I want an electronic trigger, I want full control of all the moving components inside the gun. Every single bit should be monitored, because only then we can make it really reliable and snappy. As many parts should be of CNC aluminum. We want to make it sturdy. If you fall with this gun, it shouldn't break on you. And it should be lightweight. As an airsoft sniper, I expect it to shoot heavy BBs, because we all know that heavy BBs, they just fly more stable, even if they might fly a little bit slower, but the trajectory is just better overall, and accuracy is also improved. So this SSR-15 is going to be able to shoot heavy BBs. Of course, M-LOK, 21st century, once again, we want it to be there. And then also we want an extremely snappy trigger response, because I'm used to bolt action sniper rifles, and I want that when I pull the trigger, I want it, the shot breaks. I want really aggressive precocking on this gun, because that's the only way to achieve this. So the SSR-15, you can reserve your spot. It's currently in development. We're looking also at summer 2020. For 50 euros, you can have your spot in the order. So if you want to have an NOVRITSCH AG, that's the way to go right now. So what's next? The reason why we all gathered here is, you know, that's all cool stuff. But NOVRITSCH is famous for sniping and airsoft sniper rifles. So let's see what's there. The SSG system, our bolt action sniper rifle system. Let's see what's coming. So 3 years ago, when the SSG-24 was launched, there was nothing similar on the market really. If you wanted to get a sniper rifle, it was all about tuning. You needed to be an expert to be an airsoft sniper. Only if you were an airsoft tech, you could build yourself a sniper rifle. That's something that changed with the SSG-24. You can just get it, you put your BBs in there, you take it out of the case, mount your scope, and you shoot laser straight. So the SSG-24 set a really high standard 3 years ago, and this standard is gonna change today. What do we expect from a sniper rifle that's superior to the SSG-24? First of all, I want it to be powerful. I want that it withstands any spring that's on the market. I want to be able to take it to a milsim where there's maybe a 4-joule limit, and I don't want to bring a backup gun. It should be a contained system that's so durable that I never even have to think about, oh, what if this or that breaks? I want a rifle that just works and that I can rely on. Because I don't want two, I just want to have one, and that should be the one rifle. I want amazing accuracy. It is a sniper rifle, so if a guy at, you know, a certain distance just pops us his hand, I want to put my crosshair on it, just pull the trigger and hit. Beating the accuracy of the SSG-24 was not easy, but that's what we need to do. I want a perfect air seal, because only then I can maintain this accuracy. I need a stable velocity, only then I can have a stable backspin, so perfect air seal is required for the perfect rifle. Sniper rifles shouldn't be designed to hop from point 2 to point 4. We are using a very small range of weights out there. We're talking 0.4 up to 0.5. And I want my rifle to be, you know, narrowed down to this exact spec, because only then I can have precise adjustment. Also, the time changed where I just buy a sniper rifle, I slap a scope on it, and that's it. I want it to be modular. I want to have 1,000 accessories plus on the market so that I can make the rifle to what I want it to be. And it should be quiet. If I want to take the shot and I hit a guy, the guy right next to him shouldn't be able to hear it. So let's see how we made this. Introducing the SSG-10 system. Okay, today we're actually launching two rifles. We have the SSG-10A2 in a very iconic M700 style stock, incredibly lightweight and minimal. Then we have the SSG-10A2 with a fiber reinforced nylon stock made by Maple Leaf with lots of features, really adjustable, and everything that a modern sniper rifle should have is on there. The only difference between those two sniper rifles is the stock and the bolt handle. Everything else is the same. All the internals are exactly the same. So you're getting the same performance if you get one of those two rifles. But of course, the price will be different. So when we designed the SG10, we kept, again, the player in mind. We didn't want to have a rifle that's realistic and heavy and has shell ejection or any of this. We wanted to be precise. We want to have heavy BBs. We don't want it to break. We want it to be reliable. Because we want the people to be competitive on the field with this gun. We never want that one of our customers comes back from the field and says, you know what? Today, I didn't have a lot of kills and I think it's the gun. If you're getting this rifle, you can't say this anymore. This rifle shoots amazing. And this is due to the internals. How could we achieve this? How could we make something superior to the SSG24? First of all, we have a CNC cut steel trigger. We have no cast parts inside this. It's all cut from steel. And it's a very simple design. We did this in cooperation with Bull Trigger, a very well-respected tuning parts company in Europe. And because of its simple design, we only have two moving sears, and also the piston sear is moving down straight, which means that the piston locks a couple millimeters further back to the front. This increases air volume, and this also increases the power of your gun while you're using the same spring and while you're compressing the same length. So same bolt pull for you, but 10% more power. Then, what about the cylinder? Here we really didn't save on anything. We went full out and we made an all CNC stainless steel cylinder group. So full CNC, cylinder head and nozzle. We optimized the thread for maximum air efficiency. So it's not long with two O-rings. We only put one there because it seals perfect and we get more air efficiency. The entire cylinder is again made from stainless steel, CNC machined, and the back is threaded. It's threaded and pinned, so it's not going to come loose over very long periods of time. And what I'm really proud of on this cylinder is that it's perfectly straight. And this might sound funny. You might think, why should a cylinder not be straight? But if you look at pretty much any cylinder on the market, they bulge in the middle. It's because of the manufacturing process. When you mill it out, there's tensions in the materials. And we found a superior manufacturing process which makes this cylinder perfectly straight, and this is why the bolt pull on this rifle just feels amazing. Inside the cylinder, we have a one-piece steel CNC spring guide, so it's not going to come apart. It's just one piece. It cannot snap. 30mm springs for maximum spring return efficiency, and then we have a piston with two glide rings, so it perfectly centers itself. We're talking 50 grams, so we chose a slightly heavier piston, and we have a steel end cap and also a rubber cap in front. So all of those internals, you put your M220 in there, which actually results in 5 joules muzzle energy, which is 700 FPS. None of those internals will have any issues with this. We want to make it quiet. This is why we made a more soft rubber cap that actually had a huge impact, also paired with the heavier piston. And we also made it air brake compatible. So all the guys out there, you can, pop your air brake in there. They are available aftermarket if you want to play around with optimizing sound of the gun. Now, what about the accuracy? How can we beat the legendary accuracy of the SSG24? The only way to achieve this, and it took us quite some time to actually find this out, is CNC finishing every single part that's touching the hop-up assembly. Because if you cast those parts, you have tolerances, you have curving BBs, and all of this. This is why we have a new hop-up chamber design, and every single part that is responsible for the hop-up adjustment is CNC machined. We have here the pin right here that goes through both shells. It is machined stainless steel. It rides in 2 CNC slots. So there's no, typical VSR10 canting in there. It's supported on both sides and it's in machined slots. The hopper arm, nice and long surface right here for optimal pressure distribution. And it's also CNC cut from steel. So again, all the parts that are responsible for hopper adjustment are CNC finished, which makes it incredibly precise. And when you shoot this rifle, you're gonna see it. The BBs just follow the crosshair and they're laser straight. Another way how we could achieve this accuracy was by pairing a 601 inner barrel, precision inner barrel, with the legendary Maple Leaf 60-degree hopper bucking. Most people here know this bucking. You know that it's shooting amazingly, and paired with this hopper chamber and this precision inner barrel, it just gives great results. What's different is we have 2 steel rings on there, because only then we can get a 100% perfect air seal. So if I take one of those rifles and I cock it, and they're incredibly easy to cock, as you can see, they just fall into the gun. They all seal 100% and have an incredible smooth bolt pull. Now, the whole system, the whole SG10 system is 100% VSR10 compatible, which opens the market for all the possibilities out there. You can really make anything out of this gun. The VS10 platform is the most versatile and most modular sniping platform on the market. So those sniper rifles, you know, they shoot amazing, they look great, but if you want to make something different out of it, you can always do that. Not just with the parts that are available from third-party manufacturers, but we also made lots of parts ourselves. Here we're looking at a highly modified SSG-10 A1. We have a monopod in the back. We have the enlarged bolt handle, full CNC, that's already included with the A1. We have a mouse rail on there, also full CNC. NOVRITSCH scope with extender. We have a split bipod, which is mounted into the M-lock that's hidden below the rubber inserts. And a short straight groove outer barrel, short inner barrel, and the NOVRITSCH suppressor with the suppressor adapter. All those parts can be found at NOVRITSCH.com. So there's two different versions available. We do have the SSG-10 A1 in its iconic M700 style. Extremely lightweight, we're talking 2.2 kilograms. And then we have the A2, which comes with the maple leaf stock, fiber reinforced with adjustable cheek rest, adjustable length to pull. We have a 90-degree pistol-style textured grip. We have M-lock below the handguards. So as you can see, there's lots of features inside the stock, which you can actually see on this rifle, what you can do with it. Also, the difference between those two is the bolt handle on the A2, on the A1, correction. We have the traditional style bolt handle right here, also 90 degrees. This one is casted, and on the A2 we have the superior 90-degree enlarged bolt handle with nice cut serrations that feels really nice on the gun and just looks very tactical. So what about the prices of those guns? How much is such a gun? I mean, you know, M220, precision hop-up chamber, precision barrel, perfect air seal. How much is it gonna be? The SSG-10 A2 retails for 499 euros. So if you want to get a very realistic feeling, you know, feature-packed rifle with amazing internals, you're gonna love this one. But what if you're new into airsoft sniping? You want to get something more minimal. How much is the SSG-10 A1? Again, M220, precision parts, perfect air seal. How much does it retail for? The SSG-10 A1 retails for an incredible price of 299 euros, which makes it the most competitive airsoft sniper rifle in the market. I think there's no doubt that when you want to get into airsoft sniping and you're on a lower budget and you don't want to compromise on performance, this rifle cannot be beaten right now. So again, if you like something more minimal or lower budget, you want to get into it, you want to try it, and you don't want to say, oh, you know, I get a little bit cheaper gun and then I will compromise performance. It's not the case with this one because they shoot exactly the same. And this is why I think it's a great choice for beginners and people who just like a minimal looking rifle. Now to top all of this up and to really show you how much we believe in the SSG-10 A1, in its design system, in its design choices, in its material choices that the engineering team and me did, we offer you a 25 years free spare parts warranty on this gun. If you're running this rifle for 24 years and your trigger snaps for whatever reason, you will get this part replaced for free. The only thing you have to take care of is shipping, but the parts are gonna be for free. I think this really shows how much we believe in this system. They've been tested a lot. They shot thousands of rounds, both those rifles, and we believe that they cannot break. They're indestructible as long as you don't put the stronger spring than an M220 in there. Okay, that's it for the SSG-10. Now let's look at the lineup. We have the SSX-23 for 135, the 2020 version with all the improvements. The SSP-1 for 135, just like always. Then we have the reservations for the orders here of products that are in development. We're talking SSX-303, and then we have the SSR-15, our first AG. Both of those products will be finished in summer 2020. Then our sniper rifle lineup. Again, we have the SSG-10 A1, 299, an incredibly price-competitive sniper rifle. We have the SSG-24, which we dropped to 449 for those people who still want an M24 style rifle. You know, it is still available. And then we have the SSG-10 A2 for 499. Okay, that's been it. Thanks for your attention. Thanks for watching. I'm just relieved. We've been working on this really hard. It was a grind to make those products happen. The entire team was working it. I also want to say thank you for the team, for all the support that I could and that we together could realize this. I also want to thank you guys for coming and for helping the brand by promoting our stuff. And yeah, thanks for coming.